Okay, so now we are aiming for the purchase orders. So we figured out how much we need. Now we're going to figure out how much we're going to buy because we're not going to be able to buy precisely how much we need. We're going to have to buy this fabric in increments of 5 yards at a time, right? So we see that we need 18 yards. We need to buy 18 yards of the interfacing, and 70 yards of the shoulder strapping, 22 yards of the check, and 14 yards of the black white floral fabric. And so what we can do here, let's just make a new column. We'll say how much do we need to purchase. All right, so let's just eyeball that. So there's going to be 15 yards of the floral and 25 yards of the check. There we go. And nothing, no fringe. 70 is just how much we're going to get of the shoulder strapping. No plastic canvas, and we're going to need to get 20 yards of interfacing. Okay, so that is the first step, figuring out what quantity our orders are going to be. Now the next thing is we got to look at our suppliers and figure out what our best bet is for getting this stuff. So let's go and pick through. We've got a supplier price sheet here, and make it a little bigger. We have Joann Fabric, and let's just go through here and just kind of highlight the products that we're gonna at least look at. I think, was there plastic canvas involved here? We don't need any though. Okay. Interfacing and black fringe, and black strapping. Okay, we're actually not going to buy any of the black fringe, so I'm going to go ahead and not highlight that, just to keep everything clean. And then down here in Hancock Fabrics, they've also got the black and white check. And they've got the black and white floral. And they have got interfacing level 4. And that's it. Now, we're going to look and see, first of all, we can buy black and white check from Joann's for $7 a yard. Hancock is charging $9 a yard, so let's indicate that we are going to get this from Joann's. The interfacing at Joann's is $4 a yard. At Hancock Fabrics, it's $5 a yard, so we'll get that at Joann's as well. And there is no shoulder strapping at Hancock, so we're going to have to get that at Joann's. And then Joann's doesn't have the black and white floral, so we will be getting that at Hancock. Okay. So now we know who we are going to buy this stuff from. We can go ahead and complete a couple of purchase orders and actually make the order from our suppliers. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Okay, so our first one, this is Joann's. And we need to get this by the day before we're going to start the job. And so we just go in and pick up the item number is this, the name, the BW check. Okay, now we are going to need, let's look at our raw materials again. So the black and white check, we're going to need 25 yards of it. So again, we want to always use cell references. 25 yards of that. And the cost is $8 a yard. No, I'm sorry. The cost comes from the supplier, right? The black and white check is $7 a yard, right? So we're going to get 25 yards of that stuff at $7. And so our total cost here is going to be 25 times 7. Now the fact that you're picking up the cost per yard from the supplier cost sheet becomes important. As we just discovered, if you're just getting those out of the raw materials record, the cost on the books right now for a shipment that you got before might not be the same as what you're actually purchasing this stuff from right now. And so you just continue, you know, picking up the item numbers. So we're going to get 20 yards of that. So you pick up the amount that you need from the raw materials record, which is the interface. There it is, 20 of those. And the cost per yard for the interfacing from Joann's is going to be $4. And then we're going to get the B-strap, black strapping from Joann's. Also, go to the raw materials, find our strapping order. There it is. Find the price from Joann's. Now, there are ways to do this a lot more automatically. You can use lookup functions in Excel to find these orders, or find these item numbers and their prices and everything. But you would have to have set up the databases a little differently than the way they are for this. So this is a lot more manual than it would actually be in the real world. But that's okay. Just do it. Okay, so here's our order for Joann's. We're gonna total it up thusly. So we're ordering $395 worth of stuff from Joann's, and then you do the same thing for Hancock. And we also want this by 10-9. Okay, and all we need from Hancock is one item, right? So we need that one item, which is the BWFF, or black floral fabric, black and white floral fabric. We're going to need, just like before, we go to the raw materials, we pick up how much we need of that floral, which is the 15th, or 15 rather, and our cost per yard, if we look at the Hancock fabric price sheet. By the way, there we go. So we look at the Hancock fabric price sheet, and there it is, $6 a yard, bringing us a total of $90 with Hancock fabrics. Oops. There it is, and our total, we'll just set this up the same way. Okay, $90. So there is our purchase order. So that's requirement 9. I think I'll stop this now and move on to the next one on the next recording.